Yeah, I need to try it. I'm too scared though.
I feel ya. It's like, I mean, I had a couple nerve-wracking moments. Outside of that, it was a real good time.
That's awesome.
So what are we working on today?
So I'm trying to do the what is it like 170 or 180 pull in Mara.
Okay.
Um, and it's not going that well. I'm getting to the kill phase. Which one is it? There we go. I'm getting to the kill phase, but not probably. It feels like half the amount of mobs,
Okay.
and I always I feel like I'm dying at the kill phase because they're not lined up. They're not nice and tight at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got consumes out the ass, but it's definitely not the consumes is the problem. It's it's definitely the movement and like positioning for sure.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, typically how I do this is I let you do a run through and just so I can get a baseline kind of where we're starting, and then from there, we'll take a look at what we need to improve and work towards it.
Cool. What was I gonna say? I think usually the first half, or like the first section before you evocate, I think after the drop down and evocate,
Okay.
sometimes right when I get there is when I start to. Sometimes I die there, but I'm not sure if it's because I'm like face pulling things, which
Okay.
is probably it. Um, but yeah, I'm sure you'll notice ASAP. Oh no. Okay, that'll work. And then you always go around this rock. Is
Yep.
that right? Cool. This is always scary too because they just eat through my shield.
Mm-hmm. But you have very good movement, so that's good because
Thanks.
that's probably the hardest thing to improve on.
The jump turn conical took me a long time. This is my first time playing a mage,
Okay.
and I read your comments on the video of you doing this from 54 to 57. I think the gnome was 57 when you did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you saying you shouldn't do this if you're not used to the pull, and I'm definitely not used to the pull. This is new to me.
Well, let's see.
And I'm not sure if I need to take a wide turn there or not.
Wide turn works. You have minor run speed on boots, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. The wide turn works, but we got to make sure that like don't be afraid to blink. Basically, running down the hall.
And then I made a cancel aura.
Nice.
But I don't know if I need to blink after that.
Yeah, it's good to blink. Run to the right of this tree, by the way.
Oh, I gotcha.
That'll help you a little bit.
When these sisters are padding up the ramp, that really fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But I can blink through them now, which is nice. Okay, this is going a lot better than it usually does.
Okay. I was about to say you're doing very well so far. Okay, that's
That
definitely
was
something.
awful. I think we can do it. See, I feel like that doesn't line them up very well. And then I missed one of those dudes. I do have a lifestone and an Ankh, which is helpful.
Okay.
But yeah, this is always the sketchy part. But if I survive this, then we're usually okay. And then I'm not sure if I'm supposed to go left or right there.
Whichever will get you there safely. Technically, right will get you the more mobs, but right now I'm just.
And then, as long as I survive to like right down here, then it's good. But that part is always so scary.
Yeah, there's definitely some things that we can point out that'll help you a lot with that.
Cool. Go ahead.
But I'll go through all those when we go back and review it.
Is blizzarding right here worth my time, do you think?
Yes, to keep the slimes. But you should be blizzarding higher, but it's okay.
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 And then I don't think I pulled these yet.
Not yet, but that's okay if they do pull.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go for the side room.
Gotcha. I usually don't.
Okay.
And then I always wondered why I had trouble in here, and I wasn't doing these wide turns until like just recently.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, these guys are for... We come back for that room, typically.
Not with the improved route.
Oh, okay.
I'm curious which one you're going to do, actually.
So it was my understanding that I cut through here, I get blinked for this bridge, and then we do like one more circle to get the rest of them.
Okay, so you're going under the old strat. It's okay.
Yes.
Wait, no, you're not. Okay. Okay.
Maybe I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest.
No, it's good. It's good. It's all part of the learning. These will be a lot of things that I can point out, and then I can just, because I'm recording this right now, I can just upload it real quick to YouTube for you so that you can just keep on watching through those like things that I point out for you. That way, on your own time, any kind of improvements be able to make.
Oops. And then I thought you... Maybe I'm misunderstanding. I thought you blizzarded these.
You do.
Okay. Oh, well, that sucks.
Hey, we're live.
Can you... I can blink out of stuns?
You can blink out of stuns, yeah.
Okay. And then I think I've seen you run into this room to go grab the others, but I don't know if that's a waste of time here.
So that's with the old strategy, but I'll talk about that. So don't worry about
Okay.
that for now. I want to get to the kill phase. That way I can make sure that I see your kill phase, and then that'll probably fix most of the things.
Okay. ZF is just so much easier than this, dude.
Yep.
It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I feel so bad sometimes because, like, everybody has a different skill level, obviously, in the game. And some people go from ZF to this and be like, dude, this is... No.
Yeah, man. Before your video, I used to do, like, the Frost Nova kind of cold thing in ZF.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw yours, and I was like, wait, this is a million times easier. Why doesn't everyone do this? Maybe this is the old video. So I remember you going down here and then blizzarding once I got up these stairs, I think.
So those are the same, but there's certain aspects of this that you've been doing that I no longer do.
Okay. Cool. I remember this little gig. Grab these fellas. But yeah, I feel like because I do it this way, they're super scattered.
Yep.
And I wasn't sure. Whoops. And then pretty much from here, I just take what I can get, and then I head on to the that little plank to kill him. I guess
Okay.
the post.
So there's a lot of things that we could talk about. So I'm gonna let you continue the pool, and then once you're done, I'll play it back to you, and I'll show you all the things, and then probably be close to 6. So I'll let you, just be able to practice it in your own time, and I'll make sure I upload it to YouTube. That way you can see the video.
Cool.
But I think
Thanks, man.
changing around a bunch of those things that we'll talk about, I think it's going to make a world of a difference for you.
Cool. Yeah, so coming into this room, I can already see there's some guys that are super far ahead of the other ones.
Uh-huh.
And I'm pretty sure that's gonna fuck me, but and that's what confuses me also is sometimes they're always on my ass, and then whenever I get here, I'm so far ahead of them.
You're highly leveraging blink.
Yeah.
And
Whoops.
not always going around the sides, like tight corners. I'll show you. I would probably run out so you don't die.
Yeah. Well.
All good, all good. Okay. So let's... This is good, though. This is good.
Yeah.
Know when you can see it?
Got it.
Cool. Okay. So, very start, you do pretty well. Before you go around the side right here, this is where you aggro this with a fire blast.
Okay.
Don't aggro it when you're trying to come back because it's just gonna end poorly.
Yeah.
All this is just gonna take practice. When you have the borers like this, if you want to take this wide route, this works. But if you want to take the wide route, go wide out here and then blink back across. It's okay to blink away from these mobs. You try to use jump, turn, cone, and cold, but then you don't blink at all after that, and they're kind of just on your tail the whole time. It's okay to use blink. So like there, you could blink, for example.
Okay.
Try to leverage mana shield less. You're losing a lot of mana from burning mana shield every single time.
Yeah.
And it's definitely frightening to not have it up, but at the same time, it's going to burn all your mana where you won't have it in the later action.
For sure.
This was good once we go through here. So basically, up until the end of this kind of platform, this is all swimming. But anything after that is shallow water where we could just go through here.
Sweet.
So that's going to help with your initial spacing. But then what it looks like is happening is that because of the blink in the water and not exact routes from there, mobs are catching up. So I want to talk about that route specifically. This is great. And then what you want to do is you have two options. Well, as a gnome, you really only have one. Hug this inner route right here. So I would probably blink immediately after the Nova. Then hug this inner route, cast Frostbolt on this guy when you're right about here.
Okay.
Run along this inner route. Once you get past this point right here, you're no longer swimming, which allows you to go to the right of these slimes and jump, turn, cone, and cold these guys, and then run straight up from there.
Okay.
So you'll come over this side, you'll Frostbolt with rank 1 that guy. If you try to blink through this water because of all these like little things that aren't really things in the water, but Blizzard thinks they are, you're going to get slowed. And it's just not, the blink's just not going to happen.
Gotcha.
So don't try to go for that too much, and then that'll take away this noxious slime damage right there. Obviously, that costs you a ton of mana.
Yeah.
Try to save counterspell for this guy.
Okay.
If you use this jump, turn, cone of cold strat, you'll probably be able to Arcane Explosion with rank 1, then the Cavern Shambler over here after you get the noxious slimes.
Sweet.
Then counterspell that guy as you go up the path. You're going to blink going up the path if you want. Don't blink through these mobs though, honestly. And if you haven't blinked by that point, just save it. Because you actually want to be able to blink across this ledge up here. So
okay. Yeah.
What you want to do is you want to Arcane Explosion these guys, because this is actually 2 different slime groups. And so if you only hit one of them, you actually will only grab like 2 out of 5 of the mobs or 3 out of 5 of the mobs. So rank 1 Arcane Explosion, come around this bend, and here's where you want to blink. If you don't get caught swimming, you should have plenty of time to wait that long to be able to blink.
Okay.
Coming through here.
I didn't get like anyone up here either.
Yeah, so what's happening here is you're not really hugging the inner wall. You're not like taking a direct route. Like right now, you can see that you're this far away from the wall, right?
Yeah.
And I get it because you're trying to avoid those slimes. But you constantly taking those wide routes, they're taking faster routes, and they're going to catch you.
Okay.
So it's better just to hug the inside of the wall and keep that distance. Nova these guys, and then eventually go for this group. But for now, I wouldn't go for it until you've kind of perfected that, especially because you're level 54.
Okay.
When you're running down the straightaway, you have plenty of distance on these mobs right now. I would literally just put on auto run and just run straight.
Okay.
Don't do any kind of like zigzagging or crossing through these totems or any of that kind of stuff. Just auto run straight down, and then you can go for the Nova on this creeping sludge, and then you'll be able to blink around the corner and counterspell that guy to pull him, and then jump off the edge, and you'll have pretty much full health.
That would be nice. Okay.
From there, what you want to do is you want to run up to this corner right here immediately. So go around this platform, go up until this little corner spot, and then you can actually rank 1 Blizzard right here where I'm drawing the circle.
Oh, nice.
And you'll slow them up here. This is going to pay massive dividends because they're going to be slowed further away, which is going to allow you to have more time through here, and you'll just have a better day. So go all the way up here, rank 1 Blizzard, and then turn around, and you can blink through here, through this spot, to go get the right room. Now, if you want to hold off from getting those satyrs for now, which is perfectly fine, you need to adjust how you're running through this room, because ultimately you're going to go through this room too quick where the wide strategy isn't going to help. So the way to think about this right now, right, is if we go and we go over here, the mobs are going to come from the last room. They're going to hug the right wall to try to get to us, and they're going to go around this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we immediately go over this way, they're just going to start going around the left. And so they're not going to get that wide route themselves.
Okay, that makes sense.
So even if you don't want to go for the side room, go stand like right over here, chill there, and then when the mobs come around the side, then you can go up and you can blink across.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. The whole wide route thing always confused me because it felt like I was taking a wide route for no reason.
Yep.
And I was initially. Okay.
Yep. And that honestly is what caused everything later too, because you would just like kind of book it through this area, not minding where the mobs were, and then they weren't really taking a wider route. That makes sense. That's also how you catch up some of the mobs together, because if there's a mob like right here and there's a mob way back here, and you were to take the wide route, this mob's going to constantly follow you to that wide route, and the other mob will cut, and they'll basically gain distance on the mob that they're behind.
Nice. Okay.
Okay. So even if you don't want to get the side room, wait right there. Once the mobs come around the corner, this is when you're going to come up here. Now this is good, coming around the side right here. And then you don't worry about going to quote in those guys, just blink across, just limit damage. Nova. And then when you come down to this ledge right here, you want to stop around this side here. And you want to rank 1 Blizzard on the route to the left. Do you know which route I'm talking about?
That tree right there on the left?
Yeah, there's a route on the top of it that you Blizzard on top of. And I'm going to give you a video to follow like step by step that'll kind of show you exactly the path you should be taking, and this will kind of make sense once you go through it. But you'll want to do the full Blizzard on that route. Now what that's going to do is it's going to allow the mobs to kind of get back in sync with each other and catch up to each other. So mobs, eventually once you get this down clean, mobs are going to reset if you're blinking too much or if you're not interacting with them. You can interact with them with putting on shields on yourself or healing yourself. So using something like a bandage on yourself interacts with them, or damaging them, or anything like that, because it's basically causing threat, right? Like if you aren't at max health and you bandage, you cause threat. Keeping them in combat. Okay. So we could keep them in combat like that. So we're going to full Blizzard them there. That's going to help to keep them around. And then you don't want to be blinking a ton. So when you do that, you will just want to run around the side, and you actually do not want to blink.
Yeah.
If you blink too much, what's going to happen is you're going to get really, really far ahead of these mobs, and then you're just going to be way too far ahead, and they're just going to be completely separated, and it's just going to not be fun.
Gotcha.
So once you come through here, they're actually going to be pretty close to you behind you, which is perfectly fine. You're going to, as you go up this, as you go up this ramp, you're going to rank 1 Fire Blast this satyr right here to aggro this group. You're then going to run up this ramp. You're going to target this satyr right here. You're going to blink across this ledge because everyone's going to be right underneath, and counterspell at the same time. So blink and counterspell together. Then once you get to the other side, you're going to Nova this group over here. Okay. And then you're going to come up this path right here.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the mobs are going to follow you up the path. And then when you
Oh,
jump
yeah.
down, they're going to run back, while the other mobs that were a little bit behind are now going to be closer to them as well.
Ah, genius. I got you.
So you'll fall down there. You'll come over to the corner like you did. If this stomper is here, what you want to do is you actually want to blink. So if you run like this way and then you just blink to the corner, it will actually never cause you to run off if you're not running forward, but it will put you 100% on the very edge of it, like the very, very
yeah.
edge of it. So you can't move. So make sure you're stopping moving by then, but then you'll be good.
Gotcha.
If you do have stompers on you, though, or if you have a satyr for whatever reason, satyrs can gouge and stompers can stun. So make sure that you turn your body the other way. That way, if you need to blink, you're not blinking into the mobs. Or if you gouge, at least you're going to fall off. Get out.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Okay.
From here, what we're going to do is you're going to fall down here, and you're going to be chilling down here, watching this bridge to the left. There's a bridge on the left, and you aren't going to go through this way until the mobs cross that bridge.
Okay.
Once that very first mob crosses the bridge, put on a mana shield or an ice barrier, one or the other, and then go through this kind of area. All the mobs on the left will already be aggroed from when you went through before.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're going to go through the back here. You're going to come around to this left side. And right on the left side of here, if you look down, right after this tree right here, there's going to be one mob chilling right there.
Right.
You're going to rank 1 fireball that mob, come right back to here, right back around the side, bandage yourself, and then the rest of the mobs are going to be coming up behind you, kind of like down that ramp that we just ran up, or the stairs, and you're going to rank 1 blizzard them back here.
Okay. Yep.
Once they get close,
okay.
Yes. Once they get close, you're going to fire blast this guy. Drag all of them like this. Don't blink or anything yet. Just drag them all until you get over to this group, and that's when you're going to Nova.
Okay.
And when you Nova this guy, you blink that way. And what ends up happening is all the mobs are pretty much right behind you. So they're all going to perfectly stack when you do this wide route in this next room.
Sweet.
So you're going to run through here. I can speed it up. Then you're going to dive left. So you're not going to go straight. You're going to go left.
Okay.
And you're going to treat it as like a reverse wide route. So the first time we came through here, we went like this. We're now going to go like this.
Okay.
Once you get right around here, you're going to blink to the right. Any mobs that were close here are going to run through the middle. Any mobs that are back here are going to run straight there. They're all going to clump up.
Ah, so nice. Okay.
Okay. Then when you jump down, everything's going to be pretty similar. So once you get down here, you're going to fall off this. You'll probably have already aggroed that Tangler at this point. You're going to run up this route. You can actually run up it. You're going to go right to this spot in the corner here. And you're going to rank 1 blizzard right on this ramp behind you.
Okay.
It's going to slow all the mobs. Then you're going to run up. You're going to do the wide route just like you did before. And you're going to be good to go. And then when you're going back through, props to you for living through this, by the way. When you go back through, you'll take your final wide route. So when you're going back into this room, you're going to take the wide route, run back around. This time when you fall off, you're not going to blizzard. From here, you don't use any abilities like blink or anything like that anymore. You reapply your shields once you drop down, and then apply an ice barrier, a mana shield when you get kind of through the opening in the end, which I'll show you in a sec. So here you would just fall off, and you would run to the kill spot. Right here, you would reapply your buffs to your ice barrier, and then once you get through this little opening up here, that's when you're going to go ahead and use mana shield. Kind of to keep the mobs in combat.
Okay. Understood. I wondered why we kept shielding, but that's aggro. Gotcha.
Yep. Then when we get up here, you will not need to blink. The mobs will be so far behind, like the perfect amount of distance, where you do not need to blink going over the sledge. as long as you
Gotcha.
didn't blink when you're on the bottom. So you're
Cool.
just going to run over the ledge, and then there's actually a secret spot to stand on over here. Okay. You see this little pentagon kind of shape?
Yes.
You want to stand right here. So right at the
Okay.
edge of the pentagon and the front like corner. If you stand right there, what the mobs do is they run out and then come back, or they run
Yeah.
wide out and back. But all the
Yeah.
mobs are going to go out and then come back. And so what happens is that gives an extra tick of blizzard for them to get slowed. The mobs have a 1% chance to resist, which means that in theory they would have a 1/100th of a percentage chance to not get slowed. So it could still happen, but they'll get slowed here. They'll get grouped perfectly. You automatically go into max strength blizzard immediately.
Cool.
At level 54, you're going to be taking a lot of damage. And so you want to make sure that you go into max strength blizzard immediately so you can take out the sprites pretty quickly. You're going to have to get your mana back through potions or just efficiently killing. Like honestly, if you're geared well, like if you have other Yule gear, which your mana is fine, you won't have too much trouble with mana, as much trouble as getting turreted down by those sprites.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is you're going to do one blizzard here, one blizzard here. You're going to step 2 spaces to the left, so you're going to come pretty much like to the end of these bones right here. And you're going to do one blizzard right here. As soon as that's done, you're going to run off onto this post right here. And while you run off to here, you use that global to put back on another ice barrier. Once you get onto here, you place another blizzard right here. And then all the sprites are dead. There might be one that ran forward or one that's still behind, and he's just going to give you mana. But like the 25 that were up before are gone.
Sweet.
From there, it's just blizzard, 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 blizzard.
Cool. Those are a pain in the ass.
Yes.
I do have 2 quick questions.
Of course.
The first being the second time we run back under that bridge. I remember you said apply mana shield and just run straight through it after they cross the bridge on the left.
Yes.
We don't need to blink through that because we're going to be far away enough that they're not going to hit us, I guess.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So since they're over by the bridge, they won't be able to. So straight through it.
Cool. The second question, you have a lot of messages. The second question I have is the circle icon within the blizzard, I guess, image before you cast it. Does that need to be? I notice sometimes, like when I try to cast it, if it's not, I guess, facing me, it's not in range, or it's not in what's the word? It's LOS. So I guess it has to be facing me. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm asking that in a good way.
Facing you.
Like when I ran off in this little section, when I got dazed, or I guess I got stomped, I tried to blizzard, but the first time I casted it, it didn't. Not this part. Sorry, it was earlier. Whenever I got stomped, right here. Yeah. So I tried to cast blizzard here, but I tried to cast it, I think, on top of that little platform. I think it'll show it in a second here. I tried to cast it. It'll get there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I tried to cast it up there, and I couldn't because it wasn't in line of sight. But I could do it when I was on the edge of the ground, or the cliff, I guess.
Yeah, you would basically have to be able to see the point from your perspective.
Okay, cool.
So that's why sometimes it's a little bit more difficult for gnomes, just because they aren't as tall, and that height actually plays a role into what they can see and what they can't see.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a troll in the kill phase, for example, I could stand back here and still blizzard. But if you're
what the hell?
any further back from where you are now, you won't be able to blizzard. It'll say that you're out of line of sight.
Okay. So I guess this is easier as a troll. I guess it's a little bit more room for error, less room for error.
Yep. But that being said, you're doing a great job.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. Your movement's great. Thanks, like the movement is the toughest kind of thing to teach.
I bet.
It's just, some people are using WASD, some people are backpedaling the whole time. There's just, everybody has a different way that they play the game. So the fact that you can use them, jump, turn, cold, you have quick movements, you have quick placements, You're going to be good to go with all these farms. It's just a matter of getting it down.
Cool.
So what I did
I-
was I sent you this video, and it's almost 6, so I'm just going to show you really, really quick. This video is going to be the exact route that you're going to want to run. So it's going to go through, for example, this room on the side, and it's going to go through the blizzard positioning for when they come down here. So you can see that blizzard positioning. It's going to go through kill phase, where to stack them, and everything like that. But you can see how stacked these mobs are now. And then in the kill phase, as we come up here, I'm standing right to the right of it, but basically you want to be like right there. You're going to see that the mobs either come out and then go out, or they come this way and then go out, and then they just all get stacked. Those two that got through is because I wasn't a little bit to the left.
Okay.
But all the mobs are stacked. So here's the 2 blizzards. Then we're going to step to the left, kind of like to the bones. 1 more blizzard. This forces the sprites to run up into the middle. And then when we're running down to here, we reapply our ice barrier, because you don't know how much was taken off. Like, even if you do, like it only gave me an extra 50. It's still just best practice and just something you should get down in muscle memory. And then it's 2 blizzards on the way down, 1 blizzard on the way up. The
Cool.
one last thing to make sure, whenever you're changing directions, you always want to make sure that you look at the very, very back mob and make sure that he gets ticked by blizzards. So you're going to see that I target the mob in the back on the last one. Now they're all dead.
Okay.
Let me go back.
Just to make sure he gets that slow.
Yep, so they're coming down now, and I'm going to find the very back mob before I go back up, and it's going to be the satyr back here. I'm going to click him, and I'm going to make sure that he gets ticked so that when I go back up, he's slowed. Because he is now the front mob, so if he is not slowed, he's just going to be barreling towards me.
I gotcha. Okay. I have one last question.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm jumping back, I fuck up that jump.
Mhm.
I noticed just now in that example you backpedaled for a moment and then jumped. Is that kind of the best way to do it, or is there a specific spot I should be aiming for when I try to jump back? Because I miss that sometimes and it really sucks.
If I had backpedaled, it was all from feeling. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I unbound backpedal. So
Oh, really?
so I can only strafe the backpedal or literally take my hand off my mouse and press my arrow keys.
Wow. Okay.
What you could do is if you face the mobs while you're AoEing them down on here, you can, well, I guess I'm facing forward, so I can run forward, or you could strafe to the right and then turn and then jump back up. If you're on the very edge of here, you sometimes will fall off, but as long as you get a little bit of a running start, you'll be good to go. Yeah, so I guess I turned a little bit, strafe to this side, and then jump back up.
Cool. Sweet.
All right. Give it
Thanks,
some
dude.
tries, and then we can definitely, talk in the future again if you need it. I'm going to immediately post this video up to YouTube so that you can and I'll just give you the link, so you can just reference it whenever you need it.
Cool, man. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, no problem. Good luck, dude. You'll have it
Thanks,
down in no
dude.
time. All right, everyone. That wraps up today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please subscribe and leave a like and a comment below to let me know so. And if you guys have any other ideas for any other videos, please let me know in the comments below. Also, check out the description for the Twitch where I do all this live, and also for my Twitter and Discord where you guys can be notified of any future updates and when I'm going to go live on stream. So I'll see you guys in the next video.